Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 5 and today we are going to present about applying design thinking methods to social entrepreneurship project. Before we start, we have to know what social entrepreneurship is. So it is a developing topic with experts arguing what aspects should be covered in social entrepreneurship. One of the definitions comes from Short et al., which explains social entrepreneurship as the process of involving the innovative use and combination of resources to achieve social change or address social needs. Now, the difference between usual entrepreneurs and social entrepreneurs is more to the motivation of solving social problems and needs. Now, the paper discusses one of the optimal ways to generate outcomes from social entrepreneurship using the design thinking approach. It covers how to apply design thinking in social entrepreneurship problems. Now, after getting familiar with social entrepreneurship, the next topic is about design thinking. Based on T. Brown, design thinking is a methodology that imbues the full spectrum of innovation activities with a human-centered design approach. So it has 5 steps, which are empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and testing. So there are several stakeholders in social entrepreneurships. First is the social entrepreneurs themselves, also known as social innovators. They comprise of people with the motivation to solve social problems, such as philanthropists, social activists, and environmentalists, among others, while the customer side has the users and clients of business.
Next one is about environment of social entrepreneurship. So social entrepreneurship environment includes a variety of entities and subjects that are interact with one another and aim to obtain social mission and objective. It consists of these 11 components presented here, starting from social entrepreneurs, social environment and its potential problem and needs, culture and society, social capital, which form as economic and cultural capital, which consists of social networks, and market good. Also ideas, expertise, knowledge, innovation, resources, collaboration, and technology. Next.
So here we are going to discuss the design of a social entrepreneurship project. First, we would like to explain what is exactly a social design. Social design is a design process that contributes to human well-being and livelihood improvement. It's a way to move society into a positive direction with needed changes. Its main purpose is to create a better society and improve life quality of the human beings in the world. Social entrepreneur hold the same ideology with the effort of improving the human life through social development. It transforms societies at large rather than focusing on profit boundaries. Next. So here we can see the types of business models of social enterprise identified by Elkington and Hertigen. First is the leveraged nonprofit. This is where the social enterprises leverage resources in order to respond to social needs. Then we have hybrid nonprofit, where the social enterprises here are willing to use profit to sustain its operations. And finally, the social business, where the model is taking a business form. Next. This is a various business models of social enterprises. The first, we have cross compensation, where a group should pay to subsidize the undeserved group. And then there's fee for service, where recipients pay directly for the goods and service. Employment and skills training, where employee receive wages, skills development, and training. Market intermediary, where social enterprises act as an intermediary or distributor. And market connector, where they facilitate trade activities and relationships. Independent support, where they deliver product or service to external market. And finally, cooperative, It is to for-profit and non-profit business where it is owned by members who affect the surface. Okay, so this is a table showing examples with details on what kind of business model were used based on what we have discussed in the previous slide, as you can see on the right side of the table. Next. And finally, we have concerns regarding the design of social entrepreneurship project. From the examples we have seen before, we can conclude that the benefit were only directed for a specific sector. It is not either community-based, social responsible, and etc. It can be concluded that there is a need to involve more diverse participants, as a comprehensive design process to solve problems would result a better outcome. Hence, participants who have diverse background, knowledge, and expertise are beneficial. Design thinking. Most social problems are people-based, so it is important to have a human-centric approach to develop a project design. Design thinking is a methodology that is considered as a helpful approach to come up with a better optimal solution.
Next is design thinking methodology. The first one is the methodology implication. There is Brown and Lockwood. Both of them think the similar things about design thinking. They both think that design thinking is a human-centered approach that has been used in product design, branding design, and service design. IDEO or Brown describe the design thinking process as a system of overlapping spaces rather than a sequence. On the other hand, Brown defined the design thinking process through three spaces. They are inspiration, ideation, and implementation. Design thinking is itself is a thoughtful human process that taps into abilities we all have, but get overlooked by more conventional problem-solving practices. And then design thinker personality profile, according to Brown, should include the following characteristic, which is empathy, integrative thinking, and optimism, experimentalism, and collaboration. Next. Okay, detailed design thinking process. Design thinking process can be classified into three spaces as before, which is inspiration, ideation, and implementation. The three stages can be expanded into detailed procedure below, uh, such as what is the business problem or what are the business constraints, and then move on to the next project after we define it. Then expect the success by building implementation resource into your plan. Next.
Next one is building social entrepreneurship project. So, social entrepreneurs seek to generate innovative project and to incorporate transformational changes into underrepresented and underserved communities. The building structure, which matches the design thinking development process, thus the attribute comparison between social entrepreneurship and design thinking methodology derive this project design approach that is displayed within table 2. Aside from that, the table also proven the high relevancy and intensity of those attribution. Next. Aside from that, there are also 5 stages of designing social entrepreneurship project through design thinking approach that has been proposed by Brown. First one is ask a good question. Second one is get close to the lives of those you are trying to serve. Third, build to think and launch to learn. Fourth, see the entire business system as a design opportunity. And fifth, teach a person how to fish. And then the last one is human-centered design toolkit. It was founded by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which aimed to be a field guide for NGOs and non-profit organizations. Next.
Okay, the standard issues in social enterprise and project design. Standard is commonly accepted process about doing things in organization, industry, society, or government. We will explore the standard in this section. There is two standard that we're gonna explain. The first one is ISO 26000. Is a standard for social responsibility in which it shows the guidance on how business and organization can operate in a socially responsible way. The standard also provides guidance that help users to translate principles into effective actions and share best practice relating to the social responsibility globally. The next one is the IEEE P7000 that defines a process model by which engineers and technology can address ethical consideration throughout the various stages of the system initiation, analysis, and design.
Now we're gonna discuss about some social entrepreneurship projects that utilizes design thinking. The first case is from Stanford University in 2007, in which a group of students from Stanford University used design thinking to create a portable incubator in a form of sleeping bag called the Embrace Baby Warmer to help low birth weight babies in rural areas keep their bodies warm. And then the second case is from Hyper International and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Hyper International received a grant of for 42.8 million from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in 2008 to start this Africa Dairy Development Project. The project goal was to help about 179,000 small-scale dairy farmers to double their incomes. And then years later, Haber International received another 8.5 million from Gates Foundation to continue the project. And a team of IDEO participated in this project to understand the processes and design new products, services, and programs with design thinking methodology. This project then became one of the leading market-oriented agro-livestock development initiative in East Africa. And then the last case is from Northeastern University. So Northeastern University applied design thinking methodology into their social enterprise institute students project for solving social problem in the field. Their program is called Pay It Forward, in which it consists of training and micro franchise model to engage a woman to upcycle billboards into bags and a platform for fostering community engagement and mitigating the effects of high leadership turnover in youth-focused urban farming project. Next. So the lesson learned that we can take from this case is that first, design thinking is a human-centered innovation process that emphasizes observation, collaboration, fast learning, visualization of ideas, rapid concept prototyping, and concurrent business analysis, which ultimately influences innovation and strategy. And the second one is design thinking can help create a successful entrepreneurship program that will give positive impacts on society. That's all from our group. Thank you for your attention.